Hello everybody, and welcome to Nerd vs Geek Rap Analysis. Sorry I've got to be quiet because my mum's home and I'm supposed to be in bed. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so as we can see, it's got a very simple title page, very simple intro, and the yellow really stands out against the background. Okay, so here we can see the geek. He is currently holding some item, and this item would happen to be the pill. So the pill is something that's quite associated with millennials, as it's a form of speaker. And also his shirt, I must admit, is quite interesting, and we'll come back to it later. Okay, so here we can see the nerd. So the nerd is currently glaring right into the geek's eyes. This kind of shows how he is trying to dominate the geek and show his intellectual superiority. Okay, so here we can see how the music is picking up pace at quite a rapid rate. So we can kind of infer that there's something intense about to go down.
What do you think you're doing, nerd?
Okay, so before the rap battle's even begun, the geek is already throwing insults. So he's calling him a nerd, and this is also something that I'll come back to later.
Did you just call me a nerd, geek?
Okay, so the nerd has just called the geek a geek, so this is kind of him trying to prove his worth over the geek.
Yeah, nerd.
Yes, I am a nerd.
Okay, so this line here kind of shows how the nerd is very proud of being a nerd.
I'm studious from my cerebral cortex to my gluteus.
Okay, so this is kind of showing the depth of his nerd. So his cerebral cortex is in his brain, and his gluteus would happen to be in his ass.
Back in kindergarten, I aced my college entrance exam.
Okay, so this here is the nerd trying to prove how smart he is compared to the geek.
Now, I'm no rocket scientist. Oh wait,
The same applies here, where he is just trying to show how intelligent he actually is. Okay, so this one here is a very interesting line in my opinion. So these straight A's may be referring to the grading system of A's. So A's are the highest possible grade you can get, other than a star or an A+, if you happen to be across the pond. Okay, so from this we can see how he's got some severe dental problems that he needs to get sorted out as soon as possible. Okay, so this saying "run back to Reddit" kind of shows how he's a no-life. Okay, so this is him being proud of being a geek. Okay, this here is very important throughout the entire rap. And, well, frankly, I must admit, throughout the entire rap he is wearing a multitude of different shirts, but don't worry guys, it's ironic. Okay, so here we can kind of see how he is calling geek the nerd, sorry, a social outcast.
You're just so early 2013. I was the cool form of uncool before uncool became a thing. I use an app to pair pork with the perfect Bordeaux. Too bad there's no app to neutralize your BO.
Okay. Okay, so we can kind of see how the nerd smells here. Likely because he never showers.
While you're lost in Second Life, letting your fingernails grow long, I'll be syncing up my iPhone tablet TV in your mouth. Grooming's not my thing. It looks so good in chainmail that it's not Renaissance fair. Doesn't LARP stand for loser and reject party? I'd rather cosplay with hotties.
I'm sorry, Mum.
I tried Dungeons and Dragons once and I died of boredom, but I'll still kick your Assassin's Creed post-mortem. Mario Party's the only one.
Okay, I'll be off soon.
Your life is like Skyrim.
Okay, sorry guys. I'll get back to analysing the rap now.
And then ooh, you beat Angry Birds. You're not a gamer because you battle your friends with work.
Okay, so this is a direct attack on the sexuality of the geek here. By calling him not a gamer, it kind of shows how he thinks the geek might not actually be a person and more like a monster.
Birds, you click on cute icons. I execute commands. Do you really need a genius to teach you GarageBand? I landed the first Rafflecopter and took an orphans when I was 12 because I'm an early adopter. I can wear Google Glass without looking like a dweeb. Okay, maybe not, but I can yelp with some good footing. You need 16 gigs of RAM to watch the Steve Jobs doc? I keep an actual RAM in my PC.
Okay, so this here is a reference to the okay Mum, I'll be off soon. It's a reference to the RAM part of a computer. He's actually got the RAM animal in his computer. Okay, so by calling his face birth control, we can kind of see how he's quite an ugly person, as no one would want to procreate with him.
I troll bony sites. You look like an actual troll. I'm fluent in C++. See, you just suck. Can your iPhone autocorrect your dumb haircut? Hold on a second. Let me tweet this infographic I made that illustrates the fact you'll never get to procreate. I just haven't met a woman of a high enough caliber. The only dates you have are on your Google calendar.
Okay, so from this we can see that nobody wants to date the geek and how he's quite lonely in comparison to the nerd.
You're losing this battle. Your foam sword won't help. In the future, you'll randomly access this memory and crap yourself. Did I mention I felt a dancing robot? No one get this
Okay, I must admit this part's quite immature, so we must skip over it.
Chapter about the mini game. Do you even know what URL means?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so here we've got a Lord of the Rings reference, and yeah, so he's currently dressed up as Gandalf the Grey, and he looks quite the same as he would in the movies.
Example of the inverse ratio between the size of the mouth and the size of the brain.
Okay, so overall I would say there's no definitive winner here, but physically is what we have to come to when there's no definitive rap battle winner. So we can see how the geek is clearly towering over the nerd and has a much younger, more fit body. The geek and the nerd both have glasses, but from a quick glance, then the geek's glasses might be slightly thicker than the nerd's glasses. So that's one more point to the nerd there. So currently the geek has 2 points and the nerd has 1 point. We can see how physically the nerd has a shorter fringe. The geek has a shorter fringe. So perhaps his hair won't get stuck in his eyes, and also his beard really emphasizes on his masculinity. So overall I would say this battle was won by the geek. So thank you guys. I'm probably not going to upload up until Christmas time with the either Donald Trump versus Ebenezer Scrooge, or Santa Claus versus Moses, depending on what you guys ask for in the comments. Thank you and goodbye. Okay, I'm off now.